So, just to give you the background, a few weeks ago, I was asked to give a shir in Yoni Gula Mashiach at the kollel upstairs.
Oh.
You know, Rebbe Heller's kollel.
Wow.
So, so there was a nice crowd, and I basically explained the idea of a taiva atzmi, how God needs our mitzvahs. That's a unique perspective of Chabad philosophy. And it was well attended, and people really got involved. And after the shir was over, one of the kollel guys who was like listening from the side came over to me and told me that he is sure and positive if the Rebbe saw God's needs written in English, he would delete it, cross through it, strike through, and you have to be very careful when you say things like that, the implications of need and how that relates to God. And he's also pretty sure, I forgot exactly what he said, but it borders on kfira and heresy to say that Hashem needs your mitzvahs. So instead of like arguing with him, I said, okay, perhaps there's something I'm misunderstanding. So I want to start a new series and be very committed to it, called 11213 Investigates. Like almost sort of take a new look at the whole concept and sort of go through whatever sources are needed. So personally, graphs, charts, PowerPoints, interviews. Obviously I'm busier with the tours, but I really think it's needed. And not to shy away from the questions, and really, can we say that God needs? And if it means going to Rabbanim, things that I've done in the past, I've just never recorded it and sort of, kept a diary of it. So that's the purpose. Now, this coincides with this new campaign in Lubavitch, which was founded by a few shluchim, to go through the whole Likutei Sichos in 8 years, which is a nice project. And I've spoken to some of the contributors. They're giving a lot of money. And it's sort of, you can go through the Likutei Sichos in 8 years, which is obviously a beautiful project, and it's needed. Obviously, the fear of that is like you miss the forest from the trees. Like, you learn all the Sichos, but then what is, the fundamental understanding of Chabad and philosophy that we're trying to convey? So instead of trying to go through the whole Likutei Sichos in 8 years, what I want to do is not even focus on one Sicha, but one segment of one Sicha, which I think will clarify, especially to this kollel guy and other people, how you can unashamed, not be embarrassed or afraid to say that God needs your mitzvahs. Because if they understood even just one ice, now I'm not saying this is the perfect place or the perfect source, but what I think, after I gave that shir, I went to a shir and I saw somebody trying to explain this chelik or this ice or the sicha, and they were saying it, but I could tell that it was even deeper than they were trying to explain. So I just want to focus on one ice now, and if we could just learn through it, this will be the first segment.
Where is that letter? I think it's a letter where the Rebbe says you can't say Hashem needs without explaining it. You see that?
That letter?
Yeah. If you're going to say it, you have to explain it. It's a pretty useful. So again, the truth is, it's the wrong word. It is the wrong word. The right word is, the mitzvahs are essential to him. But nobody will appreciate that. Oh, sure. The problem is not whether he needs it. The problem is, could it have been different? He had bechira. He could have chosen another people, not us. He could have chosen Avedis instead of mitzvahs. He could have chosen not to have a dir b'tachtena. Is that true? That's a serious problem. That's a very serious problem. So all of Chassidus is trying to explain how it's not negotiable. And everybody's fighting the opposite. No, it was bechira, it could have been the other way.
That's exactly what this speaks about.
So the right word in English would be essential. Look up the thesaurus. The word need, makes people crazy. But you got to get their attention. You just keep on going, with, it's essential, getting anywhere. So in the bottom, at the end of every argument, it doesn't need, fine. You're right. Skip the word need. Say indispensable. Okay. Better? And then the other half of it is needs are human. It's also not true. We don't need. So